Alright guys, welcome back to the channel in another video. Today we're doing science experiments with Johnny. So, I've taken colors. So this is dioxazine purple, this is phthalo blue. Doesn't look like it, but I'll explain. This is quinacridone magenta. This was an orange, it looks like a salmon or a peach color. This was cadmium yellow, medium hue, and this was phthalo green. Now, I put some paint in the cup. Then I put the same amount of satin enamels in the cup as there was paint. And then we topped it off with 1 part that paint to 2 parts floetrol. And we are going to do a straight pour today. Now the reason I was using satin enamels is because it's supposed to do some really cool stuff to the paints, right? I guess you can use it as its own cell creation type thing. So that's what we're doing today. I got my mammoth measuring cup here compared to the canvas we're working on, and that's fine. And I'm going to do it a little different too. There's no real layers except that initial base of purple. There won't be really too many layers in this. All right, so there's that purple right there. Now all the rest of these colors, I'm just going to let them churn through the color on the bottom. So this was that phthalo blue. Didn't get any churn action, but that's fine. And there we go. This was the quinacridone magenta mixed with satin enamels. This is the orange, which it looks very like pink, like salmon. But we're gonna let it churn through. Alrighty. This cadmium yellow. A lot of these colors look very pastel, but they will darken up as they dry. I'm gonna just stay confident in that. They may not. They should. They should a little bit. And last but not least is that phthalo green that ends up looking very, very teal. All right. And that's that. And now we have a ton of mixed churned colors right there. I'm gonna pop the initial bubbles. There are a lot of them. And then I'm gonna just very lightly try to layer this purple over the top of the paints. Now in this purple, there is no Deco Art Satin Enamel White. And it's supposed to create some really cool effects when it interacts with paints that don't have it mixed in, like this purple. So that's what we're hoping for. I'm gonna save a little purple just till the end, see if we even need any. It seems like we have a ton of paint here, because we do. And then we're just gonna start our pour. And I'm gonna slowly spin it as I pour. Like letting it form that little mound. We have some pretty interesting stuff happening. And a lot of that is just bubbles that are bursting and creating the look of cells. But don't you worry. This is gonna be magic, you guys. Trust. Trust the process. I have never actually mixed my paints with satin enamels before, but I have seen people that have done it and gotten really, really great success. So I'm hoping that we have some success as well. If not, we have learned. And that is the important part. And we got some really cool blue coming out of there. And I'm like, where's the yellow at? So I want that yellow in the middle. So I'm pouring slower, so the stream is smaller. help create more fine lines. And I'm just going to let it sit in the center for a second, do its magic. And out of all the videos I've watched, they said that after the pour, you have to actually give it a second to decide what it's going to do, because it's supposed to create those little cloudy cells. So they're big on telling you don't rush it, just let it happen. So we're going to see. We're going to let it happen, you guys. To the point I might have to time lapse it so that we can actually let it happen. That center looks really cool. Got a really deep band of pink right there. It seems like all the yellow went towards the outside. All right, let's bring the cup closer. Let it continue. I'm trying to get my hand somewhere where I can stop that stream as soon as it's about to break. Stress. There's no stress. This is fun. All right, we're there. Almost. Come on. There. Oh, what? We did it. Nice! All right. Man, look at that blue. That looks like a cerulean blue now instead of a phthalo blue. That's cool. And these, I'm going to assume, were mostly bubbles. And I want to get rid of the majority of the bubbles that are on the surface. Man, that center section looks so nice. Almost lost a lot of that dioxazine purple, which is okay because it dries almost to a black. So we're fine losing some of that. That's totally good. So while we're waiting for the magic to happen over here, I am gonna put a little paint on the corners, spread it around, try to help us get some decent coverage. Oh man, what I'm seeing so far, I'm very excited about it. It is creating some pretty nifty looking lines and cells throughout that I wasn't expecting. All right, so just enough paint to let it move. And we're about to go over the edge here, which that's not what I want, but I still feel like the center is centered. So if we start losing a little bit there, yeah, the center is basically in the middle. It's pretty close, pretty darn close. We'll just a small adjustment. All right. One last pop of the bubbles. The bubbles. As they continue to get to the surface as we sit here and wait, I think we're ready to stretch this bad boy out. I'm excited if some of this yellow pops up out of the middle. That would be so cool. All right, let's see. It's moving, y'all. It's moving. Big stretch. Come on, you can do it. We are almost to the edges. Not quite, but almost. So we're gonna slow it down, or stop it, I should have said, and we're gonna change directions. Another light spin. We're just working on getting that coverage there. Man, those colors look so cool. I can't wait to see like what this looks like dry, because this is really, really stunning right now. And I don't normally like say that right away. Normally, I really love the lines. We're getting some of those like bolder cells going in it, and there is some yellow popping out in certain sections. All right, maybe a little bit of a harder spin, eh? All right. We are trying to coat this canvas, not just leave a ton of excess paint on the surface. Ooh, look at that. That is cool looking. Yeah, man. Yeah, there is yellow. You can see it. That's awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna take the torch to it one final time. There's still some micro bubbles that are going on. And then I'm gonna bring you guys down. We're checking this thing out. Man, that's nice looking. All right, we have some really cool cells going on. This is just right after the pour. Everything is still really, really wet. I have yet to scrape the edges, but these colors played really nice together. Very, very happy about that. And then the center section, that came out really cool. And we're gonna see it dry. Can't wait. I actually really like what the satin enamels does to the paint. Because it created these kind of puffy, bubbly cells around the outside edge. And then around the center portion, it did the same thing, but it made like a Fibonacci spiral, which is so cool. I really like this one.
If you want to watch another video just like this, click the screen right now and I'll see you there.